Welcome to August. I can't believe it. This year has gone by so quickly, but it's a beautiful day. I'm thankful that you're here, and we're going to talk about mindset today. Welcome to Total Transformation Secrets webinar 33. Yay! And let's just get this started. So today we're talking about, let me spotlight myself just in case. Rhythms of renewal. Actually, since it's August, it's a new month. And so our theme for the whole month is rhythm and restoration mastery. I think that's it. All the R's, I uh, I get confused which ones are all month long, but I think that's it. So today, webinar 33, rhythms of renewal, how rest rewires your mind. Doesn't that just sound? I just love the sound of that word rest. I have a friend named Holly, and she's she's all about the rest, and it's preserved her. So, and energized her. So, the August paradox. Have you ever noticed that August feels both like an ending and a beginning? So, on the one hand, we are solidly in the midst of summer. Summer fun, summer adventures, summer experiences. But on the other hand, we're definitely bracing for the fall. One moment we've got sunshine and serenity, listening to the waves lapping against the shoreline, the halyards slapping against the masts. Just lovely, lovely um, uh, restoration experiences for the summer. But that to-do list is back. The back to school list, the back to work list, all the lists. So again, welcome to August. So what we're going to talk about today is the importance of our mindset, because what we do with this month, with this moment, will determine how we finish the rest of the year. So there are some myths about rest. You know, to some people, it's like a bad word. Like you feel guilty for resting. So myth number one, rest is optional. Bam. Not true. Rest is essential. And myth number two, rest is a reward for pushing through. You know who I mean, my desk warriors, my road warriors. But no, rest isn't a reward. Rest is necessary for your nervous system, your endocrine system, your brain, your energy. So your mission and all your family, all of the things that we are called on to do and to be, they say otherwise. So we're going to reclaim rest as a strategy, not surrender. So today we'll discover why rest isn't passive. It's actively reprogramming your mind. The three types of rest your brain craves. What could they be? How creating rhythm leads to clarity, creativity, and consistency. And what the sunlight shift is doing to your hormones and how to adapt. So let's get to the secrets. Secret number one, I alluded to this already. Well, I didn't allude, I said it clearly. Rest rewires your brain. Quality rest, and that's a key word. Quality rest enhances your cognitive function and boosts your mental well-being. During rest, your brain activates something called the default mode network. And this is where that self-reflection comes in. Some people call it the divine download, problem solving, and big picture thinking. Mental rest isn't about zoning out, it's about tuning in. And without this rhythm, stress becomes your default mode. And that is a program for disaster. And this biblical verse came to me in thinking about this. And I love this because this is my experience many, many times. So I'm just going to read this quickly. For God speaks once, and this is in the book of Job, chapter 33, verses 14 through 16. For God speaks once and even twice, yet no one notices it, including you, Job. In a dream, a vision of the night, one may hear God's voice. When deep sleep falls on men, while slumbering upon the bed, then he opens the ears of men and seals their instruction. That's the amplified version. I love it. Okay, so what are the three types of rest the brain craves? Type number one, cognitive rest. Your brain gets tired of making all these decisions and solving all these problems and just playing out all the scenarios and figuring out what's going on. And you need rest from doing all of that cognitive activity. Number two, creative rest. We are creative beings, but sometimes we need to get a recharge for our creativity. So taking that break, walking in nature, getting inspiration from the environment around us is very important. And then number three, emotional rest. This is one of my favorites because I think when I first thought of this, it was more on the lines of changing your state, right? Being more positive and whatnot. But I think really it's more an idea of being authentic, meaning manufacturing your persona, trying to please others or trying to, I'll say, artificially change your state. Thank you. That takes a lot of toll on you emotionally. So when you hit a point of authenticity and alignment, that's another word, that will give your emotions rest. So what are some action steps? Number one, you can schedule white space, no screens, no task list, just being present and see what surfaces, see what that download is. When you can just turn the dial down on your brain activity and listen. Number two, you can journal. Journaling is very, I just thought I should put in, let me write this down. I'm going to add, because I have a little bonus for you later, but I'm going to add the journaling prompt generator as a bonus. And I'll put it into the description. I'll put the link in the description of this video once it goes to YouTube. Okay. And then a consistent bedtime routine. Maybe I'll add the sleep app too. We'll see. There you go. So, secret number two. Your nervous system needs rhythm, not routine. So we just said your bedtime routine is important, but I'm not talking about just having a checklist of things to do, but the rhythm. You need, here's the word, consistency. Now, I don't know how many of you know what a metronome is, but rest, I like this little quote, rest is the metronome of momentum. It's something that keeps you on track, on pace. And that's so important for your body's rhythms. So, consistency calms the brain, chaos drains it. I just reading that, like I feel better just talking about consistency calming the brain. Biological rhythms. We have internal clocks, we have external clocks, internal rhythms, external rhythms, but our circadian rhythms, this is very important. There are rhythms in your body that are tied to the 24-hour cycle, but there are rhythms in your body that are tied to a much shorter cycle. For instance, the rhythm in your gut is about 90 minutes, or the rhythm in your sleep, it takes about 90 minutes to get to REM sleep. So that is the worst period of time to plan to take a nap, right? You can take a nap for an hour, you can take a nap for 2 hours, but not for 90 minutes. Like if you just see you have 90 minutes to rest, don't do it. But these rhythms affect your mood, your energy, and your metabolism. Erratic sleep, erratic thoughts, erratic life. So we want to be calm, consistent, and we want to be in sync. So what is an action step? Anchor your morning and your evening. Even just one calming ritual at the end of each day can reset your entire nervous system. And my friend Lorene Williamson, she said that she shared this once and it sticks with me even to this day. Wake up, pray up, dress up, show up. Wake up. Bible says a lot about sleep and slumber. So there's a time for sleep. There's a time to wake up. But you have to wake up not just your brain, you have to wake up your whole body. So, doing your first morning exercise, getting that first morning sun. Pray up. I don't think that needs any explanation, but that also for me includes uh, looking at my schedule for the day and praying over the priorities of the day. Dress up. On Zoom, uh, we can dress up from the waist up, but dress up from the all over. Okay, it helps it really helps your state. It helps you to prepare yourself for productivity. And also, in case the laptop slips and your camera shows your bottom half, and show up. Just put your best self forward. Secret number 3, rest. It's not a bad word. It's not lazy. It's leadership. And if you study the lives of many, many leaders in any arena, you'll find that rest is an important part of um, their daily regimen. Whether it's um, those micro naps, uh, or that I think it was Thomas Edison. I think somebody fact check me that he used to hold a key in his hand until he fell asleep, and then when he dropped the key, that woke him up. but that little micro nap gave him a reset. Now I need more than that, but um, like I said, you'll find that high performing leaders uh, will plan their rest. Well, here we go. The most visionary leaders protect recovery time as fiercely as they do their output time or their productivity time. Rest strengthens your identity, not just your body. When you are weary, you don't think the same. You don't react the same. You don't function the same. And without rest, you do drift into a different type of living, of decision making. So rest is very, very important. So what can you do? Audit your calendar. Now, there are many strategies for doing this. I had a Franklin planner back in the day, right? It's called something else now, but there was a way of making lists and or there's a quadrant system, what is essential, what is urgent, and things like that. But one simple question you can ask: what is replenishing me, and what on my calendar or my to-do list is just inviting burnout? Bonus secret number one: the sun is shifting. Can you feel it? I feel it more and more every day. So we have time to prepare ourselves for two big events coming up: the autumnal equinox and the end of daylight saving time. Now, not everybody in the world deals with daylight savings time, but everyone deals with the equinox and the changing of the seasons. Now, in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite, but um, still, we have patterns, and now we have time to anticipate them. So, when is the first day of fall? The fall equinox is Monday, September 22nd. Now, there was a time when on August the 2nd, I would have thought, wow, September 22nd is so far away. I don't even have to think about it. But trust me, I'm thinking about it. So, does that mean stopping your summer fun? No, but just being mindful of the seasons that are coming, of the patterns that are changing. Now, um, when does daylight savings time change? Everybody says daylight savings time, right? I'm trying to train myself to say it's daylight saving time, but that's hard. I've been saying savings for decades. But when do we spring forward? That's going to be the second Sunday in March. So that seems like a long time away, but there's a huge change at that time, which a change of an hour in our routine. So we fall back 1 hour. What happens? That means the sun will rise a little earlier, which is a good thing for many, but it's at the cost of it's usually dark before people, you know, go out to get their mail or come home from work or whatever in the afternoon. So we do gain an hour's sleep, but um, it's something your body needs to get used to, and people have a little trouble sometimes actually adjusting. So just thinking about it ahead of time, and this is not going to be the last time that I mention it, but just to realize that these rhythms are important and they can affect our rest. So, key points: as daylight shortens, your melatonin, cortisol, and serotonin cycles begin to shift. Without adapting, you can have brain fog, you can have motivational um, slowdown, you can have seasonal mood issues. But when you align, I love that word alignment, with seasonal changes, that supports your emotional and your hormonal health. So, what can we do? When one of those transitions is coming up, and we've got the fall autumnal equinox coming, start adjusting your bedtime, let's say a week before, and just by 15 minutes, right? Until you are um, more acclimated towards that time of day, towards that cycle. Even mentally, you can start to adjust. This is what I do because I think, in a few days, it's not going to be 9 o'clock. It's going to be 8 o'clock, right? And I'm thinking when I see the sunlight in the morning, it's like, okay, it's 7 o'clock now, but when it's 8 o'clock, or like I figure, all right, I'm just preparing my mind for the change in how much light there is and uh, how much I can get done before the sun goes down. I do the same thing when I'm flying across time zones. Like I'll set my clock for I'll set my watch for the time, the local time where I'm going to land, and just glance at my watch. Okay, when I get there, it's going to be this time and whatnot. So mentally, just preparing for the change. Number two, so important. Get morning sunlight within the first hour of waking up. That totally helps to reset your clock, your circadian clock. And number three, begin your sunset wind down ritual and prepare your body for deeper sleep. And I can tell you, one of the things, I'm going to tell you that is good to do is not have any, we talked about this last week, I think, not have any screen time within an hour of going to bed. Some people even say more. Uh, my friend Holly, the one's really good at rest, she doesn't even have her phone in the same room at bedtime. So, yeah, I admitted last week I can't do that. I need my phone close. I can turn it off, but I need it close. All righty. So, I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary. Welcome. I'm known as the 100-pound weight loss specialist because, well, I've personally lost over 100 pounds, 150-ish now, and I'm on the way to 200. Come on with me. But uh, maybe that's not your goal. I want to help you. I want to help empower you to reach your health goals. And I do that with the 5 M's of total transformation: mindset, macronutrients, micronutrients, motion, and measurement. I'm kind of I have on my motion color today. I have so many of these, uh, so many different blues. So I'm not wearing mindset blue today, but this is definitely mindset Saturday for August. I am an MD, a retired family physician. I have a master's degree in public health, so I love digging into research, and I love taking care of populations, communities, families. And I am privileged to be a holistic health educator. Uh, and again, I'm passionate about empowering your transformation to help you get from where you are to where you want to be on the road to optimal wellness. In the Wayback Machine 2006, I was a very, very heavy girl, but I had the gift of motion and the gift of music, and ballroom dancing was an amazing benefit to my life, and it did help me get rest because after those sessions, I needed my rest. but I had sweet dreams of my ballroom trophies. So in 2008, however, I went home to take care of my parents. And after they both transitioned 8 years later, I needed my father's wheelchair just to get around the house. I needed a miracle. And in health and wellness, we don't talk about miracles. So this is really my disclaimer slide. So I have to say, this is not a medical consultation. This is not a second opinion. I don't diagnose anymore, right? Or cure or heal um, or what is it? I'll say intervene in medical diseases, right? But I did personally need a miracle. And I'm just sharing things that I know from my personal experience, from the research, from the uh, uh, experiences of the clients that I've had the privilege to help. And I want to tell you that I was on a very bad trajectory in my life. This was a weight chart I made when I turned 60 a few years ago. And I was shocked at the numbers through the years because I could remember at certain times, certain physicals, certain events. And I was in a bad way and just getting worse. But something happened that changed the trajectory of my life. And that's when I learned what I needed to do to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right and to the picture that, well, I'm still on the journey today. All right, so we've got bonus secret number 2, and that is actually the key. What was the key for me? And that was the blueprint for deeply nourishing my body. And I took this blueprint and put it into a framework of 5 steps to nutritional completeness. Step number 1, avoid the bad foods. You can't out supplement a bad diet. Step number 2, there are 90 essential nutrients your body needs every day. And the word essential means your body can't make it. It means your body needs it, but your body can't make it by itself. You have to take it in. Step number 3, antioxidants, adaptogens, anti-inflammatories. Why? We are in a toxic environmental soup. We are under more stress now than ever. Our bodies, our bodies were designed to handle a certain amount of stress, but it's through the roof what we put up with on a daily basis, and so our bodies need some support to help get through all of the stress. Now, step number 4 is important because you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. So your gut has to be healthy in order to absorb the nutrients that you give it. Step number 5, woo-wee, wellness wonderland, here we come. All of the, when people say, "Oh, I saw this ad," or "I bought this thing," or "I'm trying this, this therapy. I got some red light mat," or whatever. Well, you could have just gone out into the sunlight, but great. All of those brain support, joint support, all of these things. Try them, have at them, but I'll tell you, they won't give you the maximum results if you're missing any of the first 4 steps. So, just a peek at the 90 essential nutrients. And it amazed me that 60 of these essential nutrients are essential minerals. And you look at the back of nutrient bottles or supplement bottles, you won't see, you're lucky if you see 20 minerals listed on the bottle, but we need 60 minerals and the other nutrients 16 essential vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. All of these our bodies need to take in every single day. So here's an action step. Go to the Health Hub, complete the 3 steps, take the 90 essential nutrients every day. Sometimes you don't know where to start, but the step number one in the Health Hub is to get your own personal health score. So I invite you to do that. So today we discovered the importance of rest, that it's how your brain recovers, rewires, and reclaims clarity. Rhythm is more powerful than routine. Remember, consistency. It anchors your nervous system and your decision making. Leadership requires recovery. Without rest, you lose access to to wisdom, to those divine downloads that you get when you just quiet your brain down and let it work on a problem on the big picture, but from a state of rest. And the changing light. In August, it's your invitation to recalibrate and realign. So rest isn't retreat, it's your rhythm for the comeback. So what was your big takeaway for today? Share in the comments. What was one way you'll prepare for the time change and for the sunlight change? Hey, Sunny, haven't seen you in a little while. So I do have a gift for you, the relaxation guide. All you have to do is scan the code, or you can go to drlisasingletary.online/relaxation ebook, but put a hyphen in there. So relaxation hyphen ebook. And like I said, in the description of the YouTube, which will appear starting at 9 p.m. tonight for the watch party, I'm also going to include the journaling prompt, and I think I'll put the sleep app in there too. So those links will be there. Okay, so thank you for joining me. We're in webinar 33. I can't believe it, but we talked about mindset, rhythm, and recovery mastery is our theme all month. And today we talked about the mindset shift that will prioritize rest. So Dr. Lisa, we're shedding light on the secrets, and I'm so glad you're here with me. And those of you who are here live on the Zoom, please hang out. We're going to have a lovely Q&A, and hopefully see everyone back for the watch party. For those of you here on the replay, thank you so much for joining us today. Interact with us in the comments, and maybe I'll see you at the premiere. I'll be live in the comments at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. All right. Love you all. Mwah.